Insert creative sign on here.
Oh, hi.
What's up, same difference.
If I like actually bring that sign on back. Anyway, so
I'm actually in something that's not Sleep in the Third Row.
Oh,
I'm very happy.
Although it's kind of related.
But
The point of today's
It's gonna be
video,
good.
the point of today's video, because you're probably saying, hey, why are we seeing these guys and this guy and there's no movie? It is what makes a good movie. Because we always talk about in the reviews of the movies,
Excuse me.
obviously we always talk about what makes a good movie. How we talk about the movie, but let's just talk about what makes a good movie.
some directors these days don't know.
What makes a good movie is a very, very open-ended question. And very,
Like-
very subjective.
Yep.
This conversation can honestly go on for like 4 hours.
It could. It very well could. All right. What makes a good movie? Probably, if I can start it off since it was my idea, what makes a good movie? First of all, you gotta have at least somewhat of a decent fucking script.
I think it starts off with more of a vision.
You gotta
You have to have a
vision.
good vision.
I was just about to say, it starts even past the script. It starts with having a good idea and storyline.
Right.
And then you build your script around that idea and that storyline.
Okay.
Because you can
You can have a movie where the script is kind of bad, but the actors take it to the next level too.
Exactly.
Something-
There are movies out there that have horrible scripts, but the actors make it sound good and believable.
Like, to be completely honest, 90% of these movies that have been based on books that come out, scripts are not that good,
Not really.
but the actors make it much better. The Fault in Our Stars, which was very close to the book, is actually, the script is okay, but the acting makes the movie much better. So, I mean, there's a couple examples of,
I'm not a big fan of Shailene Woodley, to be honest with you.
she's kind of stiff.
I don't know
her
what she's
acting.
done besides Fault in Our Stars and that Insurgent shit. First of all,
She
Well,
was
she-
originally supposed to be Mary Jane Watson in the Amazing Spider-Man movies before they stopped making
She
them.
was supposed to be Katniss Everdeen too.
Was she? That would have been bad.
we Keanu Reeves that shit. Anyway, anyway, I'm just saying.
You have to have. I think personally that having good actors is your last line of defense as far as having a good movie.
Right.
Because you
That's
have
what
to,
I
like
focus
you
on.
said, start with an idea. You have to start with a good idea. Once your idea develops, you have to have a good storyline. Once the storyline develops, you have to have a good script. Once the script develops, then comes shooting, like picking, actual sets where you're gonna film, or if you're gonna do
Yes.
CGI, and then like determining, because CGI is so fucking popular now, what's gonna be CGI and what's gonna be real life.
But people do not realize
Mad
this.
Max Fury Road threw that CGI out the window.
And Mad Max Fury Road also didn't have a good script, if you ask me.
I haven't seen it yet.
It wasn't.
Think about it.
It wasn't made for the script of the characters.
that's what
It was
I'm
made
saying.
for the action.
Think about what made Mad Max. It was not the script.
It was the action. It was how realistic and real the action.
It wasn't. It wasn't the acting either.
No,
Not that they did a bad job acting, but
I just said it's because
Yeah.
of the action.
yeah.
People love that movie because of how cool the action was.
'Cause
How
like-
original the
Because
action
like I
was.
say, the actor in me can still not fully get behind Mad Max Fury Road because
I love it.
did
I love
not
it.
tell that story as
One of
good
the
as
best
it should
action
have.
movies.
It just didn't.
An action movie nowadays that has really good action, really good characters
I
and
know what you're
script
gonna
is John Wick.
No, I didn't know anything.
What'd you think I was gonna
I
say?
thought we were gonna say Mission Impossible.
Rogue Nation?
That too.
Is John Wick even out yet?
Oh yeah, that's been out for like a year.
Like,
It's
came
Keanu
out
Reeves.
and left. Are you serious?
It's Keanu Reeves.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I saw like a trailer
Again-
for it the other day. I thought it was coming out.
Again,
like, soon.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Great script, great characters, beyond amazing action.
The fact is that she wrote a feminine character. We talked about this
Yeah,
in
in
the
our
review.
review.
Yeah.
She wrote a
If you
feminine
wanna know more,
character
watch the Mission Impossible
that
Rogue
you didn't
Nation.
sexualize her and just made her a powerful character.
Yep.
Didn't care about the fact that she
Yeah.
was female. She was just powerful.
To me, to be completely honest, it was a great, fantastic movie. But that was the best thing about that movie to me. Like just on a personal level, the fact that you have a female character who is neither heroine nor completely evil.
Right.
She drives.
She was the plot. Like I said, she
Yeah.
was the plot.
And she's not overly sexualized. She's not half naked.
Tom
the
Cruise and her
entire
didn't
movie.
even get together. In the end.
Exactly.
They
Like
just
she's
went
not a
to-
love interest. She's not your stereotypical female spy character. She's badass, if not even more badass than fucking Tom Cruise is in this movie. So it's like to me on a personal level.
She was toe to toe with Ethan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely.
She
Oh.
killed that bone crusher guy. Remember what was
The
his
Bone
name?
Doctor.
The bone doctor guy. Stabbed him through the chest.
Yeah,
She was toe to toe with Ethan Hunt the whole way.
Oh yeah.
But no, what was I gonna say?
But John Wick too. That's a great example of a great action. Has great script, characters, acting, all that stuff.
I think that one thing that really makes a good film is like you were saying, the setting. And the average moviegoer, because we're not the average moviegoer. We see movies all the time and we act. So once you get into an art, your viewpoint of it changes. If you're into music, the way you listen to music is different than most people. But the average moviegoer does not realize when they watch a movie just how much of the setting and the frame and the shots they take in. Because I talk to my brother and he's like, every time I talk about movies and stuff, because I act, so obviously I'm talking about the stuff, a different way. So man, I don't care about all that stuff. I don't care about the way, I don't care about how it was shot. I don't care about this, I don't care about that. And I'm like, you don't realize on such a subconscious level how much you do.
It's important. It's honestly,
you really don't
more
care about
important,
what you do.
More important than the actors is the way a movie is filmed. Because The Visit, though it was supposed to be found footage, was not filmed in a way that made it entertaining or even.
I even said that in the review.
Yeah, like it just wasn't filmed or framed or set up, or even the colors, even the way, even like the setting of the movie.
I have a problem with colors.
Nothing about that movie. It was mauve. Like the whole movie was mauve, and it was like
I can see that.
The most problem.
It was boring. It made it boring.
The most color I had problem with The Visit was every time they told us like what day it was. It was like Thursday, like in bright red. And I'm like, okay, brother, we got it. It's Thursday.
Have you seen the Shining with Jack Nicholson?
Mm-hmm.
Every time they would put on like a new day, it'd be like a jump scare. Like
Yeah.
they were like Thursday. Like damn.
I got you.
But The Shining is a movie that has beautiful colors.
Oh god, yeah.
If there's one thing that Stanley Kubrick does, and I remember because I used to work at the movie theater, the gallery or whatever I told y'all, and one of the guys who had worked on the production or whatever, I remember him talking about this, and I didn't realize at the time, Stanley Kubrick does very big establishing shots where he will zoom out and show you the setting and hold on that for like a scene for a while.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who understands framing a shot, it is Stanley Kubrick. If there's nothing I get from that man's movies, because there's a lot of those
Clockwork Orange
movies,
had a lot of that too.
he definitely knows how to frame a
Clockwork
shot.
Orange was framed beautifully as well, and it had
The Shining is too.
one movie that did CGI.
2001 is too, as much as I hate that movie.
The one movie that did CGI, The Lovely Bones. Have you seen it? Saoirse Ronan.
Who plays the dad in that movie? I know. I
Mark
remember.
Wahlberg.
That's right, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember seeing the trailers for him.
It's such a good movie, an even better book. Like,
I
oh
heard
my
the book
gosh.
was good. I was in like 8th grade when that movie came out.
I took a psychology class in high school and we had to read it. It was part of our coursework. It's such a good book. And then we watched the movie. I had already seen the movie. But anyway, back to the point. I personally have a big problem with the amount of CGI that's being used nowadays.
Yeah.
And I have a
It's
problem
a crutch.
not even that.
It
I
can
have
be
a problem-
distracting sometimes too.
I have a problem with
Go
it
ahead,
because
though.
it's so obvious. It's so
God,
glaringly
yeah.
obvious. Now, this movie,
Josh
The Lovely Bones, thank you. The Lovely Bones, but then again, how can you make a
True,
movie
but
like
Jurassic Park used a lot of animatronics when Jurassic World didn't.
that? But that's when animatronics weren't really that popular.
You know the reason why, I could be wrong, but the reason why I think they don't use animatronics as much anymore CGI is because animatronic, yes.
It's harder.
It's much more expensive.
And it's harder
To build a
Yes.
50-foot fucking dinosaur that can change colors.
That's why fucking Jurassic Park was so revolutionary when it came out. Nobody had seen shit like that before.
But anyway, back to what I was saying
Anyway,
about The
go
Lovely
for it.
You
Bones.
still have a major point.
So,
CGI.
the CGI in The Lovely Bones, when Saoirse Ronan's character she's in the in-between, which is supposed to be the world between heaven and earth, because she had unfinished business on earth, is basically the premise. So, when she's in the in-between, there's just scenes of, it's obvious CGI, but it is just so beautiful. It's just like, I watched that movie and I almost cried because it's like, oh my God, whoever this editor is, whoever this computer animator is like giving me just, as a visual artist, just the colors, the way it's spread up,
I'll
the
give
way
you a
it's set up.
movie, whatever you talk about, I'll give you a movie, you say what you want about it, that had beautiful CGI, from the characters that had to be CGI to the landscape, was Avatar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that
That movie
the
was
Avatar.
100% CGI pretty much.
Nobody can deny that Avatar
Like maybe 75,
It
25.
was half the damn movie.
is a beautifully
It's
framed
beautiful.
film
It's
movie.
great.
I still haven't seen it all the way through.
I have no desire to, right?
I had no desire to, because when I saw that it was coming out, I was like,
It's overrated. I'm sorry.
If you don't see
It's
it in 3D,
Pocahontas.
there's no point in seeing it. If you don't see it in 3D, there's no point in seeing
It's
it.
so overrated. Oh my god.
And see, I don't like 3D.
One of the most overrated
and that's
movies.
another
That's
thing
like
that kind of
10
can kill a movie. 3D to me, and this is coming from someone who grew up when 3D started becoming popular. But no, so the first movie I ever saw in 3D was Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And then I saw Spy Kids 3D, right, like immediately following
remember
that.
that one too.
And it was so cool because it didn't have like all the like extra shit like happening. It was just like every now and then like little stuff to keep you reminded that this movie is 3D.
Right.
Like,
A lot of 3D movies don't do
On the
that.
real though, that's what made Avatar so groundbreaking, is because of everybody doing the whole 3D thing. And then Avatar was like, we're not gonna do the gimmick 3D. We just want to immerse you in this world.
and see that
And it
doesn't-
showed you the depths of the world. And that's why those theaters were packed, because that was like the first movie and the only movie I could think of, one of the few movies I could think of that actually like, we're gonna show you the world and not use 3D for a gimmick.
And I don't think that was a gimmick. I don't think 3D that way, doing 3D that way is a gimmick.
3D that way isn't a gimmick. No, 3D this way.
No,
is a
that
gimmick.
way. That's
what I mean.
I don't
They said we're not gonna use
I
a
don't think
gimmick.
that is a gimmick. I honestly think that there are movies.
You don't think
like-
this is a gimmick?
No, I don't think so.
Depending on how it's used, it's a gimmick.
Because I was just about to say, because Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl didn't depend on that. It was just every now and then. It wasn't something that it brings kids, because I could watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl on regular TV and still get the same effect.
A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, a 3D Christmas or whatever.
I didn't
That
see
was-
one.
That was
that
a stupid
movie-
movie, and that used it as a gimmick.
But in
why
that-
is your clay
But that
animated
movie-
coming at my face? Just so
Why
you
not?
can,
But
just
I'm
so you
sorry.
can have it come at my face.
I'm
That's
sorry, you
okay.
guys are calling it a gimmick, but I love the 3D in that movie. I'm sorry, I liked it.
In what movie?
I liked it. Harold and Kumar.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one.
Like, didn't he
I've seen all the other
didn't the weed like come at the camera at one point or something? I'm like, why?
Well, then
That
there's a
was
movie.
stupid.
I liked it.
Another movie that I think, or a movie that I've seen that I think used 3D as a gimmick was My Bloody Valentine in 3D.
I didn't see that.
It was.
I'm not in the horror movies.
Isn't
so I
that
didn't
like
see that.
Jensen Ackles?
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it was
killer.
it was looking back, it was an okay movie. But the 3D definitely was supposed to be like, it was supposed to scare you more.
Yeah.
And
Like you watching it in 2D, it's probably a different experience if you watched it in 3D.
yeah, and you can very obviously see there are movies that were in 3D, like Alice in Wonderland came out in 3D, the Tim Burton one. I watched it. I didn't see it in 3D because I don't like 3D.
I
but
saw it in 3D.
the 2D version of it, you can't tell what parts are supposed to be in 3D.
True.
My Bloody Valentine, I watched that one in 2D, and I was like, okay, this is
Alright, that.
this is supposed to be 3D. This is supposed to be 3D. This is
Yeah,
supposed to be
they
3D.
do have those movies where it's like, obviously that was supposed to be 3D.
Exactly.
It
And
might
like-
look cool in the theater, but when you watch it regularly on TV on 2D, it's like, stop.
And when you watched Ant-Man,
Ant-Man had good 3D.
Ant-Man
I
had
liked
good 3D.
it bothered me
Everything
so
jumped at everything.
much.
Even like
Oh,
the
it
steel
bothered
grate
me.
of his apartment had a
It
fucking
bothered
jumping
me
out.
so much.
Ant-Man
because
was fine in 3D.
It honestly made it hard for me to watch the movie. Like not even
When you just find on Anthony.
not because I don't like 3D, not because of anything except for the fact that it honestly made it visually hard for me to watch the movie.
The Last Airbender had done 3D because that was one of those few movies. Last Airbender was a bad movie. But that was
What's
one of
the
those,
difference?
That was one of those, exactly.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
That was one of the movies where it was like,
That's how I felt in Ant-Man. Literally, that is literally how I felt in
I'm
Ant-Man.
watching 3D movie. I'm watching a regular movie with glasses on my face.
That is literally how I felt in Ant-Man.
Basically, I think what we're getting at is what makes a good movie is you have to give a fuck
yeah, essentially.
on all facets.
Yeah.
You gotta give a fuck about framing. You gotta give a fuck about the setting. You gotta give a fuck about the actors. Gotta give a fuck, definitely. The screenwriter has to give a fuck. The director has to give. You
The
gotta give a
costumer
fuck.
has to give a fuck.
Yeah, people,
Because-
it's like I was saying, before you go.
No, go ahead.
The average moviegoer may not say it, but they subconsciously do give a fuck about that stuff.
They give a huge fuck. Right?
Whether they say they do or they don't, you give a fuck. If a scene is not framed right, then you don't give as much of a fuck as you do if a scene is framed perfectly. We just notice it
Yeah.
more consciously, but you give a shit. People wouldn't put that much time into a movie if they didn't think people gave somewhat of a fuck.
Like, and to me, being a visual artist, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say what I was gonna say about costuming. But like being a visual artist, I look not intentionally, but when like the Crimson Peaks movie with Tom Hiddleston and Mia Wasikowska.
Yeah, the new one coming
Has
out.
it come out?
Yeah,
the horror.
that movie to me, it looks like it's gonna be a good movie.
It
but
does.
the colors,
It looks like a movie I might not be into.
Yeah.
I'm not into olden time talk type stuff.
Well, I think it's gonna.
I would rather be in something than to watch it. But go ahead.
See, I like that kind of shit. But like the colors and not just the colors in the film, but the colors that they're using to advertise. And it's beautiful. It's so subtle.
If you use it right, gray can look nice, but it's so easy to get that
Now,
wrong.
this is my question though. Why do you like that, but you don't like Grand Budapest? Because Grand Budapest Hotel.
I didn't say I didn't like Grand Budapest.
You didn't like the visualization of Grand Budapest Hotel.
I think Grand Budapest is a little harsh at times.
Grand Budapest is like a coloring.
I have it
sometimes.
I haven't recorded on my DVR to actually watch it.
It got I think it got nominated for like
for a shitload
cinematography or something.
I think it's framed. I think it's shot beautifully, but I think the colors are too harsh sometimes.
Which was kind of the point.
Yes, exactly. And I think, and I'm not. I prefer when a film will take something and give it to you kind of subtly. As far as colors, as far as like with the Saw movies.
I was about to say like
as much as I hated Saw, the fact that there's parts of the movie that are tinted just slightly green. Or like
The Matrix did.
The Matrix. Every time
the Matrix did a harsher green tint than Saw though.
Well, that's only because every time they went in the Matrix, they had to go in the green tint because the numbers on the screen were green.
Like you were showing us the montage from Rocky. The juxtaposition of Drago being red and Rocky stuff being naturals and blue and like browns and stuff.
Right.
That just those subtle cues of like differentiation.
It also highlighted Drago because Drago was wearing red and around him was red and Rocky just had
like brown,
dark clothes
brown
on, the gray on. He's like just around snow or inside a darkly lit, not dimly lit room.
Yeah.
So
like a barn or something.
Yeah, I really love, and this is from somebody, I'm not a visual artist, but I really love a beautifully framed shot.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Any person into acting loves beautiful.
Like I said, the end of the visit, when they walk out of the house after
the way the camera
feeding
was
the grandparents, and it's found footage, so it's looking up, and they walk into the light, and it's raining, and you kind of see half of her face lit, and you barely see the top of the brother's head,
and you see
it comes out, and I was like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I can't.
But then you realize you don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You're like, wow, this shot is so beautiful, but this movie is just, ugh.
Like I said, you have to give a fuck, and I really realized after they defeated the grandparents, or as they were winning, and I already knew, but I realized as they won, just how much I did not give a fuck.
And then what I was saying about costuming, costuming really, no, you're good. Yeah, no, costuming, well, it was part of my point. Costuming is super important also because a movie like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., it was supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like that 60s Mod Squad kind of feel, and the colors, the way the movie was filmed, definitely gave you that feel.
Didn't it take place during the Cold War?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always really nice.
The colors and the way it took place definitely gave you that 60s feel. The costuming was spot on.
Is it Oscar worthy?
No, God no,
Okay.
absolutely
Well,
not.
I mean, sometimes
a movie can be bad, but the costuming or something can be Oscar worthy.
No, not Oscar worthy. No, not at all.
Okay.
Right.
But Man from U.N.C.L.E. did costuming very well. They the way she was dressed, the way they were dressed, everybody else around them. It was very, very beautifully costumed, and that can kill your movie because if you got costuming that looks like it's from the 2000s or even the 70s, like
Transporter refuel. Was your costuming time period wise? Like, was it supposed to be? Where are we right now?
they don't even know what time period they were in.
Because they said 15 years later.
And it was 2010.
10?
It was 2015.
I honestly don't think
she had a gold iPhone 6S, but it's 2010.
I honestly don't think I swear to God here, I honestly really believe that the director just screwed up his math.
I think so
really
too.
believe
I agree.
that.
I think
I
so.
really believe that.
Because he said 15 years
There's
later.
no reason.
95.
There's no reason.
That's 2010.
Because there's no reason. We should have this take place 2010. There's no
For
reason
what?
for it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be 5 years like previous?
Like 20, say 20 years. What's the difference between 15 and 20 years? So it's a little
or
longer.
have it be set in 2000 at the beginning.
And
So
then
then say 15 years.
I love movies though. This is something. I love movies where you feel like you get immersed in that world. The Matrix, you get immersed in the Matrix. Or Inception, you get immersed in the world. And these rules of Inception belong to Inception, and you get immersed in the world of Inception. And damn it, this is about Inception.
I've not seen that movie.
Avengers: Age of Ultron, or not Age of Ultron, but the original Avengers.
I was about to say.
No. More so, more so the original Avengers. You are immersed in the world that the Avengers live in.
Yes.
And not all movies do that. But I feel like in this movie, you get immersed in, this is the Avengers world.
I can say that about X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
First Class too, honestly. Like
First Class, not
All
so
the X-Men.
First Class, not so much.
I felt like all
No,
of them.
because some movies it's like this is the movie and everything, but some movies it's like I'm watching them exist in their environment.
Right.
I
First
honestly-
Class, not so much.
No, I felt like
but Days of Future Past. Oh,
I
you're
really-
right.
There's a good example
No, I
of good
felt like
costuming.
First Class.
There's a good example.
First
of
Class, good
costuming.
costuming, yes.
In First Class and Days of Future Past.
I mean, Days of Future Past. I mean,
both
Days
of
of
them.
Future Past.
Both of them,
Yeah, costuming.
Because weren't they in the 60s or 70s or something?
70s?
70s, yeah.
Yeah, very good costuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very good
I
costuming.
love that movie.
Definitely.
I love that movie.
One of the best.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
You get
Costuming.
immersed in
Yeah.
costuming and just the
Makeup.
world that it is. I am on whatever planet you are
Yeah.
on.
Star Wars.
Going around, yes.
Star Wars.
And I haven't even seen that much Star Wars, but
Yeah,
yeah.
like I've only seen one of those.
Like,
so I
you
can't-
watch the movie, you see desert sand, you see sand, but you feel like, okay, this isn't Earth. This is another planet.
This is like, okay,
And all-
take me to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Wars did that so brilliantly because all you see is sand, just sand dudes, sand. You can tell George Lucas just found some kind of desert and just filmed there for a little bit, but
Yeah.
you feel like this is another planet.
And that, a lot of
aliens
that has
exist,
to,
you know,
a lot of that,
That
has
is
to-
something I really
Well, a
love.
lot of that
Yeah.
has to do in the editing also because
True.
the colors in that movie.
The most important
are a
person,
little off.
the most important person working on a movie, either in front of or behind the scenes, is the editor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Period.
Oh, another good
Period.
color scheme is Return of the Jedi when they go to the forest with the Ewoks. And you guys don't know.
I've
Yeah,
seen
I
that
know
part.
that
I've
well.
seen that part in the movie.
Of the Ewoks and how the whole forest that was framed beautiful, the
That was,
green and the
yeah.
trees and the wood
And
and,
you're in
everything.
that world.
And you're in that world. Yeah, you believe.
I
all
love
the
when a movie
little
can make you in that
tidbits.
world. Saw.
We just
Say
talked
what you
about
want about Saw. Saw immerses you in the world of
I
Jesus.
really did not.
You don't. You agree?
I do.
But you don't.
A little bit.
No, that movie didn't immerse me in the world because the acting was so bad.
True.
I
It made it look more like a
the
movie.
whole time I felt
I
like
say it had a good script. You don't necessarily.
that
think
movie,
so.
that
I don't
script was
think so.
horrible.
I don't
I thought it had a good
I'm sorry.
script.
That script was horrible.
I'm sorry.
The twist at the end.
I mean, the script was full of plot holes like a mug. Like I
Oh my
said.
god, no, that script wasn't full of plot holes. That script was full of plot fucking
craters.
tears in the fucking universe. Like,
Yeah.
like literally
Space-time
tears in the Saw
continuum.
universe. Like there
Yeah.
are tears. Like there's no continuity in that movie at all. Like none whatsoever.
Yeah.
And so that I can't agree
Okay.
with that Saw. So that,
I can't
Truman
remember,
Show.
like,
In
I haven't seen
Truman Show. Really?
No.
What? Amazing.
One of Jim Carrey's best movies.
One of the first times that Jim Carrey actually like.
I've heard.
Dramatically acted.
Yeah, I've heard.
And
was
that
nominated
immerses- that
1 hour
immerses you in the
photo.
world, though.
What?
1 hour photo
Haven't seen
What
it.
was that?
with Robin Williams.
Never heard of that.
Oh my
Never
god,
heard of it?
really?
I don't
I'm
think so.
surprised you never
That's
seen
one
it.
of Robin Williams'
And you
first
love Robin
dramatic
Williams.
I love her. He's one of my favorites.
That movie is incredible. It's very.
What year was it?
It's sterile.
What does that mean?
Everything about that movie is just clean.
I don't know what you mean by that.
From the
I
editing,
think I do, but-
from the editing to Robin Williams' acting to the colors in the movie to just everything that kind of and it starts off very very just like clean and sharp and like straight and just like sterile. And then as the movie unfolds, it gets dirtier and dirtier and dirty. Like I think that's just Darius logic right now.
I would have to see it to understand. what
I
you
think
mean.
it's Darius logic right now, but like that movie to me is just. It's
I got a movie for you where you get
masterpiece.
immersed in the world,
It's a
and
masterpiece.
you love this movie, and you do too. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh my fucking god!
Good lord.
You get immersed in the
Oh
world.
my god!
The people with
And
their faces.
the rules.
Gave me
I love when movies do that whole. As long as they don't use it where it becomes a gimmick, the whole take the sound out.
Oh yeah, or distort. The
Yeah,
sound.
yeah.
No Escape. Y'all
Yeah,
have
that-
not seen this, and you need to see this. But
Oh,
No
yeah.
Escape does that sometimes,
Saving
It looks like
Private
a type
Ryan.
of movie.
and they do it so perfect. I
Saving
need to see
Private
that.
Ryan is such a long.
I've seen a few.
I
It's
saw
a
that
great
movie for
movie.
the first time when I was like 10 years
That is a
old.
good
And I was
movie.
like, I thought it was.
I don't know if
good,
this
but I was
movie
like,
is a 10.
Oh god, no, it's not. Watch
God.
this man get like blown to pieces.
Shot in the head,
Jesus,
like,
yeah, it was.
But
it.
no,
Great movie, though. Great
No
movie.
Escape uses that take the sound out stuff. No Escape is a movie where I don't know if you get lost in the world, but you go along for the ride.
I like it
You
when.
go
This is
along
one of
for
the
the
movies
ride.
where it's like it's one hell of a ride.
It's a fucking ride.
Yeah.
I like it when I like
For
it
good reason,
in
yeah.
movie trailers when they do that more so. Like in movies, I
Like
like
the
it.
car, you go along for the ride.
No, I'm talking about the whole sound distortion thing.
Puts you in the
Great
mindset
effect.
that you would kind of feel if that was you in that situation.
Right. You went
And that's
hearing
one
that
of
shit.
the main.
It would just like come in
reasons,
and out.
One of the main reasons that you go to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
One
like
of-
chemical reaction.
It's to feel for the character, and you feel for the character by feeling as the character. What were you gonna say though?
But I was gonna talk about this slow-mo effect that's been going around. Like in Straight Outta Compton, they do it a couple times and very
See that
subtly.
movie. Even if you don't know shit about the group, see the movie.
Very, because I didn't know a lot about.
I'm probably
I knew a
at this
decent
point, I'm
amount.
probably gonna wait.
I knew a decent
for
amount.
like DVD or something.
I knew a little bit about them, but not as much as the movie like explained it.
Out of the three of us, we all love movies, but you've seen the most, so you should see that shit.
It's a great movie.
At this point, I'll probably wait for like DVD or something.
That's cool.
But,
I think you should see it.
No, but there's a
I'll
part.
definitely watch it.
Like even after the first time they do it, after like Ice Cube is going home and like the police come and like that
Was it
gives him
slow-mo
against
there?
it right after that, and it's very subtle the way they do it. But it slow-mos for just a second, and then the scene switches, and it does it right before a scene switches. Like there's another part where they're like walking down the hallway.
It didn't slow mo during the battering ram part at all, did it?
No, it didn't.
I didn't think so.
No,
Go ahead.
but like there's another part where they're like all four of them are walking down the hallway, and it's slow-mos and it's honestly it's
4
so
or 5.
4.
You talk about all the members of NWA are the main
No,
members.
I think it's
NWA
just
is 5.
I think it was just Eazy-E,
Easy, Dr. Dre, Ice
Snoop.
Cube, MC Ren, and DJ Yellow.
I think it was just honestly. I think it might have just been Eazy-E, Dre, and Snoop. And I keep saying Snoop. Ice Cube.
Okay.
It might have been off, but either way, they were walking down the hallway. I forget where they were. I think they might have been in like doing a concert or whatever. They were walking down, and it's slow mo, and it's really subtle, so you might not have noticed it.
I didn't notice any slow mo.
You might not have noticed it,
I
but
can
it was
remember.
so subtle. But it was like real subtle. For a second, they go slow mo for a few steps, and then it cuts and goes to another scene. I feel like these filmmakers are starting to play with tricks that have been around for a very long time.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But I feel like they're finally starting to realize that they can use them.
And slow mo is so easy to get wrong too.
It is.
It is so
really
easy.
is.
Like the first Matrix movie did it great, but by Matrix Revolutions it started getting a little old.
Well, everything that the Matrix did great by Matrix Revolutions, the Matrix had done to an extent where it was stupid.
Besides the final battle, I'll stick by that for the rest of my life. That final battle between Neo and Smith at the end of Revolutions was great to me.
Well, it was sure in the hell better than the Matrix Reloaded
during
with
the
the
rain.
battle with Neo and
Puppet
all the Agent Smiths.
Puppet Keanu.
Hey,
Muppet Keanu.
Hey, you know how you liked all these like real looking effects with these actors fighting each other? Let's just have computer animated people who
Right.
look like the actor
And
fighting
they
each
had
other.
a much bigger budget this time around too, which was
And then
weird.
Neo
Why
flew.
they use CGI?
Can somebody tell me why Neo was flying?
I don't know.
why
I haven't
did
seen
happen?
that one.
They didn't have to do that.
That happened at the end of the first one. He started flying at the end.
And it was cool. And now can we stop? Can he not be like
He's a
Superman?
superhero.
Because he
not be
can-
like Superman?
he
that,
can-
that was stupid to me.
I'm gonna explain it real quick. He's literally the one. He mastered the Matrix. He can control the Matrix pretty much with his mind, and that's what he can do. It's like a dream. If you want to fly in a dream, go ahead and fly. He's
I
pretty much
flew in a dream.
controlling
I
the
flew in a
Matrix.
dream once, but I couldn't actually fly. I got stuck to the ceiling.
Movie that I think I love it. And I said I was probably gonna pick this for my reviewer's choice, but I do not think that it immerses you in that world necessarily, is Memento. I don't think you get immersed in the world of Memento.
Not really, but it's great.
Great movie though.
I haven't seen it.
A little complicated. Little
If
complicated.
you don't pay attention,
And-
pretty much every second of the movie, you're gonna get confused.
Partially convoluted.
True.
That's any movie that's got like a huge twist at the end, though.
Yeah, it's got a great twist.
Memento is one of the best twists.
That was a twist. Like I say, now
I don't know if I can trust you though.
Well, no, I say
Can you
this.
trust me?
I say that.
I don't know. You initially thought the twist in The Visit was good.
It took me a second.
Well, then you can't trust America then, because they thought the twist in the visit was good. But no, so I
The
watched.
people in the theater thought the twist was good. Like shit, you could tell.
Bitch,
Bitch, what?
Those are your grandparents. Bitch, what? I was like, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
I watched what was it? The Saw. Like I say, Saw, and I was 14 at the time, but it gave me the biggest physical reaction I've had watching the movie. Where I'm laying down and spoiler alert for Saw, although you should have seen.
He's alive in the end.
Should have seen our spoiler.
Dead guy in the middle of the room is Jigsaw.
But he gets up, so I'm laying back watching it, kind of half watching. He gets up, I was like I sat up, and then in Memento at the end when he like says what he says, and they reveal it, I was just like mind fucked.
To me,
The end of Memento mind.
oh yeah, definitely.
Because
too.
I was like, how do I feel?
To me, the greatest movie twist of all time is Fight Club.
The greatest.
To me.
Oh,
To me.
Oh, if I can agree with that.
To me.
I mean, the twist in Fight Club is great.
I mean, A Beautiful Mind had pretty much the same twist.
True. Because that one guy that was his room, I don't know, I won't say it.
Yeah,
You've never seen it? Okay.
Okay, I won't say
I
it.
didn't know that.
It was a pretty good twist, but
It was a
Fight
good
Club
twist.
because none of
Even
it.
spoiled the movie.
No, well, A Beautiful Mind did
My
set it
brother
up a
was
little.
spoiled.
Did set it up a little bit because
You have to watch Fight Club twice to understand that movie, though.
True.
That's the sign of a good twist. Is it makes you want to watch it twice.
And
I literally watched Fight Club twice in a row. I was like, wait,
That's
what?
a sign of a good twist.
Start it over and like
And
we
'cause
watched
what's so
the movie
brilliant
again, and I
about
was
it-
like, oh,
The
so
Sixth
brilliant.
Sense. You want to watch Sixth Sense twice.
What's
Yeah,
so brilliant about the Fight Club twist is none of the trailers or clips said anything up about a twist happening in the movie. Not even the beginning.
You
or the
have
first
no
half.
idea the movie's gonna take it there.
Yeah, you have no idea. You think it's just about
unless
two
you read
guys.
the book.
You have no idea these two.
I haven't read the book either. So.
The movie was originally supposed to be these two
I mean, but I've
guys.
seen the movie. So.
The way it looked.
These two guys start a fight club and shit goes weird. That's all. They started like a cult.
You don't
know he's gonna be the same person.
You don't even know
Damn.
based off the trailers
That's
or what you hear about
perfect.
the movie that he's gonna start a cult.
I never
Right,
saw
right,
the trailer. I never saw
The trailers
Or like, I think I saw a little bit of the trailer.
The trailers were all
I didn't see
fucked up.
Fight Club until years after it came out.
Me too. But you don't even think from Fight Club that that he's gonna start a cult. A good movie makes you kind of look at yourself and look at society. And Fight Club makes you look at like
Oh, God.
consumerism.
Yeah.
Why do we care so much about material stuff?
Yeah.
What's really important in life?
Yeah.
Man, your fucking khakis.
Am I getting too obsessed not only with life? Am I getting too obsessed with trying to? Am I getting too obsessed with materialistic stuff? Or am I getting too obsessed with trying to get away from materialistic stuff?
Right.
Because he got too obsessed with trying to get away from that shit and fucking went crazy.
We all dream that we're gonna become movie stars or rock gods, but we won't. And we're very, very pissed off.
And
Love that line.
and what Fight Club does brilliant too is when it not only breaks the fourth wall by looking at the camera,
Oh yeah, it does a lot.
but it like breaks the fourth wall and the reel looks like it's jumping.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could imagine seeing that in theater and it looks like the reel's jumping while
Yeah,
you're watching
It's
it.
like, what the fuck? Fix that shit. Oh, it's done. Okay, yeah.
we love movies. It's our passion. It's our go-to place. It's our it's
We love
my
acting.
passion at least.
We are
Yeah.
very
Love
passionate
it.
about this.
We're
all of us.
We're all currently right now in a play right now. We're all in a play right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in one, but I'm assistant directing.
That's why I look like a fool.
And that's why I
But honestly,
we
Try to
love
see the minutes.
Love them.
it's
Thank y'all for watching this. We don't know how long this is gonna
Yeah.
be, but thank you for watching this.
You guys are the best. Come on.
Give us some feedback if you want us
Yeah.
to do more.
What do you
like,
think makes a good movie?
insight stuff like this? Yeah, and let us
What do you
know
think
what
makes
do
a
you
good
think
movie?
makes a good movie
and don't
Yeah.
forget to leave a request for what you think is a good movie down in the comment
for
section.
us to review,
Yeah.
for us to leave it at the
Or a bad movie. Or an okay movie.
Give us some bad movies. We'll get it back into the bad movie rhythm.
We need to.
Yeah.
I tried with The Visit, but The Visit really wasn't like so utterly
So bad it was like,
It
"Ugh!"
was like we're screaming our heads off.
Okay, alright.
That's what
Okay.
we're
I was
saying.
about to say,
Then we
I
were
mean, it was
screaming our heads
bad,
I
but it
gave
wasn't
the
to the point where
movie
we're like
a
screaming.
off. Like Mordecai, Annie, 50 Shades, those were like,
Those are like,
why the hell is everybody doing backflips?
give me an Oscar.
You want me to put on a fucking wig too?
You just quoted every single line from me.
Yes,
I'm like the
because you
highlight
are-
of that review, I guess. 50 Shades.
alright, but no. Thank you for watching. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my God.
Alright, thank y'all for watching, seriously.
You guys are the
Thank you
best.
so
We love you
much.
guys so much.
And
I'm gonna have so much fun editing this.
you are.
So much fun.
And-
Look how much fun I'm having already.
And as always, peace.
Bye.
See ya.
Same difference.
And stay different differentials.